Hello my dear students. Last session we have studied about the structure and effects of pressure on the molecules. Today we are going to study in detail about the molecular structure and properties of solid, liquid and gases. Already we have discussed about the molecular structure. Okay, now let us do physically classification of matter. This classification is done on the basis of physical properties of matter. That is the properties that can be seen or felt by touching or looking, etc. According to it, matter is divided into how many types? Yes, there were 3 types. Matter can be divided into 3 types. Matter can be classified into 3 types. Those 3 types are solid, liquid, solids, liquids and gases. Okay. Dear students, let us understand the solids, molecular structure of solid. Okay. If you take any solid, let us say we consider a wood. What properties can you find in it by looking and touching it? The first property that we can make out is that it has fixed shape and volume. We realize that because when wood is kept on the floor or any surface, it occupies definite space. Now look at the wooden stick it is. Okay, I kept on my just palm. It has occupied my palm's space and it has a definite volume. The another property what we notice is it is not compressible. Can I bend it? No. If we try to squeeze it or change the shape, we cannot do so. This is probably due to the reason that there is no space in between the solid particles, and in order to compress it, there should be a space between particles. This is because when we apply force, the particles fill those empty spaces and come closer. The next property is they don't need container to hold them. Okay, like how water it will occupy its container shape. These solids, they don't need any container to hold them. We don't have to put an almirah or any other solid in a container. It can be kept as such on the surface. Did you see or already observed, dear students? Does it flow like a water? No, they do not flow. This is because when wood is kept on at a place, it remains at the same place. It doesn't flow or move on its own. Take an example of your own house. If you are keeping the money filled, gold filled, treasure filled cupboard, I will tell your cupboard, come to my home. Does it come? No, it won't come, because you are storing in a solid shaped almirah. Okay, their diffusion tendency is nil. It is seen that wood doesn't move from one side of the room to another side of the room on its own, as the particles do not have the much energy that they keep on moving. So dear students, now let's understand the molecular particles, how arrangement is there in solids. As already I have explained, in the solid, the particles are closely packed. There are no space between the molecules. These are atoms or molecules which are present in the solid. Okay, I have given example for solid as wooden stick. Wooden stick. Now, if we see any solid, we observe that in solid, particles are tightly packed. They are very closely packed, due to which there is hardly any space between the particles. Or we can say that intermolecular space are very less, and when particles are closer, that means the intermolecular forces of attraction are very stronger. Because of the intermolecular space is stronger, solids have fixed shape, volume and cannot be compressed. It is because of intermolecular space. Okay. Now, do you understand that why wood or any other solid doesn't flow or compress or diffuse, and why they possesses high density? Hope solid and its structure is clear for you all. Now, let's moving forward for the liquids. Dear students, okay, liquids. Let us consider any liquid such as water, sanitizer, and try to make out the difference between particles of wood and water. Let's observe. Now, I have taken, this is a sanitizer filled bottle. It is in the liquid form. You have to remember, this is in the liquid form. So, it has neither fixed shape nor volume. Okay. Does it has a fixed shape? I am shaking it. It doesn't have a fixed shape nor a volume. It can be compressed more than an almirah. I can hold the sanitizer. I can compress, squeeze the water or liquids. Okay. Now, it can be compressed more than almirah. Almirah is nothing but the solid or wood. Okay. Now, it can flow in all the directions. I can make it to flow. Now, I just open and put on my hand. Okay. I can compress it, squeeze it and spread it. Okay. I am just giving an example because this is in the liquid form. Okay. And it can flow in all the directions, like a river, water, it will be flowing. Rainwater, okay, it will be flowing in all the directions. And it can fill the entire space of the container. Now, already we had your sisters, brothers are doing the activity what I have given, that is rainwater harvesting. Okay, they have kept the barrels, so many things to collect the rainwater. So, water can fill and occupy the space of the container, and it can easily diffuse, that is more than solids. Can spread over the compared to the solid. Now, it has lesser density than solids. So, dear students, I am going to explain the molecular structure of liquids here. In the liquid, dear students, the molecular structure is observe how I am drawing here. Molecules, atoms, Both are same order. Okay. Now in liquids, in the particles are not so closer to each other as compared to the solids, due to which the intermolecular space between the solid is comparatively more. So which results in lesser attraction between the particles. So intermolecular force is comparatively less compared to the solid. Now you can see here it is solid, intermolecular is completely packed. Here space are there. You can see the spaces. Okay, space is here. Here space is there. Okay, you can see here, children. There will be a space in between in between the molecules. So dear students, let's understand about the gas. Okay. You have seen balloons, you have seen many more things. Now I brought this, my daughter's toy. Okay. Now look at this. This is just a plastic and they have tied for the parrot. Okay. When I was just blowing like this, now see this plastic, it is completely filled with air. Okay, you can make out it's completely filled with air. When I leave it, it will become flattened. There is no air in this and it's becoming a complete flat. Okay, see, this is flattened now. When I blow the air in this toy, the air is filled in that flat plastic surface. So let's sum up the properties of gases in comparison to the solids and liquids. So dear students, when you go in a fair and all, you'll bring different types of varieties of balloon. There you can make out air is filled in that. Okay, they have neither fixed shape nor volume, and the intermolecular space between the air is much more. Look at the molecular structure. Look at the arrangement of the molecules. They can flow, diffuse to a great extent. They have a very low density. Okay, they can fill the entire space. Now I blow this toy. Okay, actually my daughter's it is. I blew it and still it is filled with the air. Once the air will completely goes, see, still it will come as a flattened. It's becoming a flat because air is emptying in this plastic surface. See, the complete air is removed out and it became like a completely, it is rolling because it has occupied with the air. Now air has become the empty in that. Now let's study the explanation of gases on the basis of molecular structure. In gases, the particles are very far apart. You can see here. Due to this, they have a high kinetic energy and keep on moving randomly. As a result, the intermolecular space are very large and intermolecular force are almost nil. See what I said here. Here I said the intermolecular space are very large. You can see the spaces in between the molecules. Okay, and they have intermolecular force are almost nil. They don't attract too much compared to the water and solids. Okay, hope you have understood till here. Before starting me next class, you have to make your own notes and send it to my personal number. Only few children are sending. I am not expecting from any others. So dear students, make your own notes in your rough book and send it to my personal number. Till then, study well, eat healthy food, and of course not to forget to read the lesson 2 times, that is science, and send it to my personal number your notes. Notes should be very creative, what you have understood about the video that you are going to write. Okay, till then, take care, bye.